Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today we're going to continue on with our putting a signature of some kind into a base of some kind. Our beginner basics series. So today I'm going to show you how to make this and lots of applications and things that you can do with this. It's just a hinge. It's a piece of paper folded up. So these are used for a lot of different reasons. A lot of times you use them when you're making like mini albums or scrapbooks and stuff like that. But you can use these in making journals in a lot of different ways. There are lots of ways to do it. This is just my easy way to do it, okay? There are dies that you can buy, die sets, and they're a little pricey. But you can buy them and then all you have to do is fold. You don't have to worry about your measurements. This is easy for me because I do the half inch, it's 2-inch strip. It's what I start out with. Just the width of your paper and a 2-inch strip. And then you're going to score half inch, you know, that kind of thing. So once you do that, you've got your basic hinge, right? It's not hard. And you can make it any length you want. I left this at the half-inch page width, which is, for me, 8.5. You can trim it to anywhere you want it to be. This can just be a fun little element that you add into anything. I made us a little file folder base, and it's got 1-inch spine, which is what you need for this particular thing. And we're going to build us a little hinged signature. Got to have a signature to put on your hinge, right? If you're going to put a signature in. So, yep, we're going to do this. So let's do it. As I've said before, I always use my scoreboard sideways. I can't explain myself really. It's just what works for me, okay? Use your tools however they work best for you. If you like to go this way, then go that way. Me, it's easier for me to hold this paper still and not let it squidge out. Because when you're using a scoreboard, you're putting pressure up here, and this can go out a little bit, if that makes sense. So I like to hold this paper real good and tight, and then I'll score. Half an inch. Did you see it move? It does that. Half an inch, then at 1 inch, and then at 1.5 inches. Okay, and hopefully that's fairly straight. Let me get the scoreboard out of our way because we're done with that. Okay. You don't have to have an expensive scoreboard. Just whatever cheapy thing you can find, right? And you want this to lay down flat when you do your center fold, right? Okay. And then from there, you're just going to fold this one out, turn it over, and fold that one out. Yeah. It gives you this. It's really, really simple. And once you get to doing it, it gets easier and easier. And you can make a lot of these and make your spine, just butt them up against each other and keep going, you know. You have to have a whitish spine to do that. But like I said, there's a lot of different ones to use, and you can buy the die sets. You can do all kinds of stuff, but I don't know. When I'm going to do a hinged in something, this is what I do. So make sure you've got all everything creased really good, okay? Then you're going to just simply do this number here. You're going to put this together by gluing this inside, this part, inside, together. Like I said, I'm trying to find ways for you to do anything you want to do in making a journal that's really easy and simple, right? So, and then just press that down. If it squidges out, that's fine. Just wipe it off. Okay, So now we've got our hinge. Next thing we're going to do is what I do with my scissors. Excuse my reach. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come up here and we're going to take off just a little bit. You don't want a lot, just a little wedge off there, okay? And same thing on this side. Oh, and if you are a beginner, start from your fold. That's a better way to do it, okay? Just a little wedge. Now you've got that, go in and fold it over and do that, and fold it over and do that. It's your template there, you know. So same thing on the other end. Fold it over and do that. Fold it over, and you're just taking that off, because when you set it down into whatever you're going to set it into, you need a little bit off, because sometimes if you leave it squared, it can overlap if you're working with something that's right the same length kind of thing. On the base that I made, let me put that one aside. I've already got tape on this one. So the base that I made has a little bit of extra room. I did that on purpose because I don't like things to get difficult, right? I like it to be easy. Nothing wrong with easy. So I left myself about 1/4 of an inch on each end. And this is going to sit right down in there. And we're going to go ahead and put this in. When you're making a journal like this, I mean, this is an example, okay? You can make your spine as wide as you want. This is just me putting this together and showing you some fun things you can do with hinges, right? Okay. We're going to do one side at a time. That way we have control. I like having, you know, I like it to do what I want it to do. And then, you know, be nice. So I can get it where it needs to be, right? Okay. Hinging is fun. It is our friend. We can do all kinds of really cool things. I don't want to stick my head in the camera though. So we wanted about 1/4 of an inch there, right up to the fold, but not over the fold on our hinge. Not over the fold, you silly. Okay. So, and then we're going to press that down like so. You got about 1/4 of an inch, maybe 1/2 of an inch down. It's okay. It is what it is. Okay. Right up to, but not over the fold. And if it's over the fold on something like this, it doesn't matter too much. You can always just fold it better. You know, make your fold a little different. We have all kinds of ways to fix things if it doesn't go quite the way we want it to, right? Okay, now we're going to get this other side down and build our signature. This is, I don't know, it's not the easiest way to do something, but sometimes it's what's needed for whatever you're doing, okay? And you want that hinge to be flexible so that it'll fold back and forth, right? Excuse my reach again. So, yep, we've got that. Hopefully this is going to be fine. Yep, we are on our fold. We've got our fold, so we're good. So we've got our little hinge in there. This is super easy, okay? This is, well, it's the basics, okay? You just want to make sure you get all your pieces sticking to the other piece. Okay, now we've got that. Let's build our signature. I've got some prep work done on that. I'm going to put it aside and let it dry because that needs a minute to get completely stuck down. Okay, all right, this is going to be our main part that we're going to hinge, that we're going to put on our hinge. Okay, I've got tape on the bottom. Yep. So I wanted to have an envelope in here that's going to be our, our flip out part. Okay, so I'm going to put that down first so that I don't forget, because I can do that. I can forget. I'm good at it. Okay, so I'm going to put this down, and it'll be, all this part will be on the inside of the thing anyway. So there you go. Yep. All right, I want my glue to be right up to that fold. And if there's any squidging out, I'll just wipe it off, because, yep, it's just that way. All right, now I'm going to put this. This is just a piece of paper I'm working with. Well, it's cardstock, lightweight cardstock. Okay. And what I did was I just did that, and it's not all the way down. I want it to be all the way down. Okay. All right. Now, what I did was I left it the same width as the piece of paper, because it's just a piece of paper. And I scored it 1/2 inch here, so that I've got something to hinge something else onto. Okay. Now this part is the part we're going to hinge onto our hinge. Well, we're going to stick onto our hinge. So now that we've got that on, where's my, excuse my reach again. I've got this little tape that I'm going to use. Yep, I knew I was going to use it. Okay, so I've got tape down here. This is going to be the part that you're going to put onto the hinge. And with putting this in, you have to do both sides, because it's going to go on the hinge on both sides. Okay. Yep, like so. Okay, we're going to press that down so that we get good adhesion on both sides. Okay, now hopefully this is good and dry. It looks like it is. Okay, now that's our hinge that we're going to put this on. Okay, we're going to do it like so, like that. All right, like that, and it's going to fold and fold. Now you do want to keep it kind of in the center. Now if you have a bunch of them, you need to, if you've got one back here, you're going to need to kind of fold it that way. One up here, fold it that way. But for this one, we're only doing one, so we're just going to have it straight up, right? Okay. I'm going to do this side first, and I'm going to put the glue on the hinge so that we get that all the way up in there. Just one side, okay? Because if I do both sides at the same time, it could mess up really bad and then give me anxiety. So I'm just going to do one side at a time. I have no problem with that, except for I do want to take this backing off that, just like so, so that I've got, is it that way? Oh, that's the wrong end, you silly. I want to take the backing off of this like so, so that I've got, and it's this side, so I'm going to take the tape off, the backing off of that. Okay. Hinges can be a little fiddly, but that's okay. We're just going to stick it right on there, like so-ish, right? And it should fit right at the corner, at the peak of your, where you did your, where you took your wedge off, is what I'm trying to say. My poor brain. Okay, so now we've got that on one side, and we're going to give it a good roll. Make sure we've got good adhesion. And then we're going to go ahead and take that off and this off, the backings for both those tapes. And then we're going to do this. This will leave the top of your pocket open for, well, the top of your page open for whatever you want to stick in there. Okay, there's a lot of ways to use hinges. This is just the way to put a signature in with a hinge. I like to use hinges. I mean, really, I like to use hinges a lot. A lot of different ways. Yep, I did. Okay, so we're just going to lay that on top of that, and it should just lay right down there. Okay. All right. Give that a press. Now we should have this hinge going this way. There's our pocket that will be a pocket someday. Because we will mat this, we'll mat everything. I mean, come on. We'll mat this and trim off the edge, and that'll be a pocket, right? Okay, so now we've got that in there. Okay? And we've got our pocket that's open up here, if I can get that in shot. Okay, now on this also you can take a piece out at the top, and that makes it easier to get things in and out if you'd like to do that. There's all kinds of things you can do with this. Now I've got this hinge right here, so what I'm going to do is put this one here, and that gives me an extra bit of something for my signature. And when I get to doing this journal, actually finish making it and all that stuff, I'll put Velcro here, and then that'll just fold over, and then it'll fold out and become a big writing space or a place to put all kinds of stuff. So this is, like I said, it's just building your signature for your hinge. Where did I put my tape? Okay, I'm just going to do it with glue then. Haha. Because I don't want to use that little narrow tape. It's too little. I've got some other... Oh, I see it. Wait a minute. That might be too wide. Let's see. That is too wide. What about this one? I have a variety. This one will work. I like to have options, you know. Okay. I'm going to put this on here, excuse me, and this will be the signature. I mean, you can do anything with these signatures, whatever you want to do, however you want to build it. It's just, you know, whatever you want to do with your journal. Your imagination is your only limitation. I think so. Okay. There we go. Now, glue. I think this will be a cute little journal. Fun to put together and finish. So, but there's so many different options. Like I said, with hinging, it's just, it's our friend. Hinges are our friend. Yes, they are. Okay. So now I'm going to put this up to the fold, and I'm going to line it up with the rest of my signature. Yep, because they're all the same, you know, that way. And then I'm going to press that down. Okay, there you go. Then you've got, that's hinged together. You see? Haha. That's an awesome little hinge signature, okay? And like I said, when you finish it, you put your Velcro dots in, or you put this, glue this up the side and chop some off there and then tuck it in. I mean, you could, there's all kinds of things you can do with this, okay? Now that's a basic putting a signature in with a hinge, okay? But I wanted to show you some other options on things that you can do with hinges. These are some journals that I have just all laying around, you know. It's just just laying around waiting for someday. So this is all about hinges here. Hinges are our friends. See, this is just hinged with 1/2 inch on there. It's a hinged page, and that's hinged on. So hinges are really our friend, okay? Let me put this one to the side. I'll show you another one. This is hinged on with making a pocket down through there, okay? But that's a hinged on page. So super fun and easy. Same thing, this is hinged on with that was fun one to make. So yeah, there you go. Whoops, I didn't do that right. Okay, another one. Oh, this was the one I was going to show you how to. This was a chipboard one that I put together, and it has a lot of things that are hinged in and such. But with something like this, you could also, what did I do with that? You could also use this hinge and make a whole other hinged in signature right on there. Or there. Or even over here. It's just, you know, up to you what you want to do with that kind of thing, right? Excuse me. We'll bring out this big old one, because even in a big old one like this, you can always add a hinge. Look, there's room for a hinge there. See there? Yep. Between the signatures, hinge there, and these have hinged things in them anyways, but I'm just saying, you can put a hinge here and add a little interactive signature on there, and just, you know, it's really great. Hinges are, well, they're our friend. We can do all kinds of very creative things with hinges. Get back on there. What are you doing? So, yeah. Have fun with it. Give it a try. I know that sometimes things like that can be a little bit intimidating, but once you get a hinge made, your imagination starts to soar. I can hinge this on here. I can hinge this on here. I can hinge something else on the thing I hinged on here. So it's just, yeah, it's awesome and fun. And it's not too complicated, okay? It's so much you can do with a hinge. Okay. All right. So, oh yeah, I need to remind you of the draw that I'm going to be doing for when I get to 700, 800, 900, and 1,000. I'll be doing a drawing for free digital journal kits, which you just got a preview of a lot of the different journal kits that are actually in my Etsy shop. All these are in there, plus a whole bunch more. So just saying, the digital journal kits, any which one you want. If you win the drawing, I'll send you the files to the whole complete set. Even if there's bits and pieces, they're not. I'm working on getting them all kind of put together, scrunched together. So if you want to be in the draw, all you have to do is make a comment. It's super simple. Just say hi, and I put you on the draw list. Our draw list is growing. Every time you make a comment, even if you've already made the comment and you're in the draw already, if you make another comment, you're in the draw again. So that gives you more chances to win. Okay, so there you go. I think that's everything. Okay, you guys take care. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. TTFN.